Why did you start doing YouTube? What's going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the 100K Q&A. We received over 500 questions and I picked out like 292, I believe is the official number. We'll see once editing's all said and done, but we've got a lot to get into, so let's get right into it. You guys had a lot of questions and I want to answer as many as I can. Let's get to it. Valfar asks, how does DJ's sound effect work and how do you make your own? Example?
Toothpaste tractor.
Well, it's pretty easy. So I have a TC Helicon Go XLR. Actually, Clutch Simulations referred me to this piece of equipment and I can hold any button down and say whatever I want. It's pretty sweet. Sim Country Farming asks, how was it when you started playing this game? Did people find you weird for playing Farm Sim? And what really motivated you to do this game on YouTube? Was there any inspiration involved? So as far as did people think I'm weird? People still think I'm weird, but the thing is, now that we've got so many subscribers as part of the GoHam fam, it's not weird anymore. It's just like, really? You play that? It confuses people in my personal life. And what really motivates me to do this game on YouTube, any inspiration involved? There's a lot of inspiration involved. I watched a lot of guys before I started and I was like, hey, I think I can do this too. And here we are. Velocity DK asks, if you were neither a DJ IRL or a YouTuber, what do you think you'd be doing for a living? Honestly, I'd be a teacher. I was going to school to be a high school band director and it just never happened. Me and school didn't get along and I ended up quitting like 7 years into a 4-year degree and barely got 2 years. It's true. It is what it is. It happens. Yeah, so I'd be a high school band director. I would have had nothing else. I actually quit school to be a DJ. What would have happened? James Roberts asks, if John Deere and Case blew up, what would be your favorite tractor brand? If John Deere blew up, I wouldn't care. If Case blew up, we'd have some problems. You'd have to answer to DJ. After those two, either New Holland, Fendt, or Massey Ferguson. Any of those and I'll be perfectly happy. Michael asks, when did you get into Farming Simulator? Also, what is your favorite model mod hub that you've tested before release? Ooh, good question here. So, Michael, what got me into playing Farming Simulator? Farm Sim 15 was free on Xbox Game Pass, and I downloaded it, and I rage quit it, and it was bad. Also, what's my favorite model mod up that I've tested before the release? It is a big back and forth between Stone Valley and the TLX 2020. Either one of those could win. Mason asks, what's your favorite cereal? I don't think I've eaten cereal in like 20 years. Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Do they make that anymore? Big Ballooner's asking, did you work on a farm when growing up or even like tractors? Actually, I grew up on my grandparents' farm. Of course, I didn't live there. My grandparents lived there. I lived in my house, but my grandparents had a small farm. We had one tractor. It was an old International, and we did everything by hand, mostly, except for plowing and cultivating. That was about the only things we used the tractor for, moving things from point A to point B. Otherwise, everything was done by hand. We watered by hand. We fertilized by hand, planted by hand. Actually, I think we had a little pushy thing that we used in potatoes, but that was about it. Austin Mello asks, why did you start doing YouTube? Actually, a couple things were out already by then. Twitch was popular. Twitch was very popular when I started doing YouTube. There were some other platforms as well. I just saw YouTube as the place where I could be recognized the most. So I would be putting myself in front of the most amount of people and I could make videos. I wasn't very interested in live streaming. So Twitch was definitely not a thing. Mixer was definitely not a thing. Mixer's not a thing now anyway. And Facebook gaming wasn't even popular. I don't even know if Facebook gaming existed in 2018. So YouTube just seemed like the perfect option. Ben's asking, hey DJ, what made you want to start your YouTube channel and why did you choose to focus on Farming Simulator? So this is pretty interesting. This is a great question. Also, some of the questions today may be the same in some way, shape, or form, but they'll be a little bit different. So it says, what made you want to start your YouTube channel? I wanted to start YouTube for a while. Actually, my DJ career was actually hurting a little bit. I was very busy, but I wasn't getting paid a lot. And I needed help with rent because I was running out of money every month. So that's why I started doing a YouTube channel, so I could actually help myself pay for rent. Not a lot of people know that. And then why did I choose to focus on Farming Simulator? I was watching more Farming Simulator than anything, and there just weren't a whole lot of people doing it at the time. I think I was subscribed to like 4 people. that was it. That's all you got if you spoke English. So it was really cool to be able to do that and be in the position that we're in now. It's just awesome. Farming Simulator is great. The community's amazing. Mary's asking, how hard is it to put mods in files to put them in the game? Very easy. If you're on console, it's impossible. Don't even try it. If you are on PC, it's very easy. Download it. Make sure that the file is zipped. Drop that into your mods folder. You're good to go. Ooh, here's a good one by Jason. He says, so what's next for the channel and DJ to keep the channel expanding, growing and such? And congrats again. Thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate you, man. So what's next for the channel and DJ? I'm actually going to keep doing what I'm doing. I've always told people advice. It was like, hey, if something's working, keep doing what you're doing. You know, that kind of thing. And I always say it because fast rolls off the tongue. But it's true. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're being successful at something, it's for a reason. Don't change it just because you want to do something different. Only change something if it's hurting your channel or if you found a little bit better way to do it. Otherwise, keep doing what you're doing. Aiden asks, congrats on 100K, and when will you ever play realistically?
#realism.
It's not gonna happen. Here's your real question. There you go. What's your favorite thing about doing YouTube and having the community that you have? The community is not mine. That's the favorite thing about doing YouTube. The community is not my community, is you guys. Without you, we would be nothing. I've said this 1,000 times. Without the community in Farming Simulator, we would be nothing. There's so many other games where everybody's fighting, everybody's doing this, everybody's doing whatever. Farming Simulator, dude, we just want to farm and have fun. That's what I love about this community, and that's my favorite thing about Farming Simulator. Whack asks, how did you grow so quickly on YouTube? You swear I was under 20K not that long ago. It's actually true. I was under 20K not long ago. Now done up, overcoming 100,000 subscribers. Very well deserved. Thank you very much, Whack. I appreciate you. How do we grow so quickly? Being consistent, being entertaining, and being informative. I've always said if you can't be one, you've got to be the other. And if you can't be one or the other, there's really not a whole lot of point to do it unless you just enjoy what you're doing. Obviously, we want to be able to reach the most amount of people as possible. I want to be able to help the most amount of people as possible. So I want to be as entertaining or as informative as I possibly can be. Wilbur asks, what is his favorite tractor in the game? Whose tractor? My tractor. My favorite tractor in game, base game, is the JCB 4220. Front loader, duals, narrows, all-wheel steering, goes super fast. You cannot beat that tractor. Jason asks, is YouTube my main job? Yes, actually right now I'm not doing any DJ work. Still haven't gone back to work doing anything like that. I'm not doing private contracting work either as far as sound, DJ, lighting, engineering, that kind of thing. So yeah, YouTube's been my main job since March. Bearsy asks, what is your favorite thing about recording videos? I get to share my opinion and I get to share my thoughts and things that I've learned with you guys. It is so cool. I have all this tech gear stuff. I have like the coolest mouse and keyboards that you could get and mixers and wireless headsets and all kinds of stuff and a really nice microphone. And my favorite thing about recording is the content itself. It allows me to play the game and have fun and experience the game in a totally different way than I would if I was just playing the game. Crenshaw Farms asks, will you do multiplayer live stream for the PlayStation 4 players on FS? Yes, if you guys haven't seen already, I will leave a link down in the description below to the schedule for the day. We'll be doing PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 multiplayer, open multiplayer. Leon D probably asked the best question of the day. When will Farming Simulator and Mudrunner have a mutant baby? I'm not sure it would turn out to be a mutant. I think it's going to be a beautiful, gorgeous baby. Oh man, I want it right now. Right now, give it to me right now. Put mud on the tractor. Let's go. Spencer Outdoors asks, have you ever driven a tractor in real life? If so, what kind? Yeah, an old International. I have no idea what it is. Old International Farmall. That's all I know. But that's the only tractor I've driven in my life. Big Brain asks, how to start up YouTube channel. What do you need? Helpful tips for people trying to start up a gaming channel on consoles, Xbox One specifically. Hey, I started on Xbox One, so this is going to be easy for me. Fortunately, I had all of the tools that I needed to get it done. As a matter of fact, I'm bringing in screen recordings right now for my original capture card because I needed an extra one to bring in stuff. So best thing to do, use a capture card. Get an Elgato Don't get anything else. Elgato works, and they're the best. I think I have probably 7 or 8 different capture cards from them, and I use them for different things completely, all over the room. This computer, that computer, stuff in a book bag ready to go. They're the best. So get something like that. Use it. You plug it in right in between your Xbox and your TV, and you record to a computer. Now, they also have a version where you don't need a computer if you don't want to. You can easily record to an external hard drive, and then you can plug that back in and edit the video if you want to do it like that. Totally doable. But helpful tips to starting a YouTube channel: find what you want to do and just start doing it. Don't worry about trying to be the best. Don't worry about trying to be seen or noticed. Just start doing it. You'll learn by doing it. Callum says, how do you record and go live, and what happens when you're not recording? Hey, good question here. So, how do I record and go live? I record and go live with the same software. I use, was it Streamlabs? Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs. Actually, own it right now, or on Streamlabs right now. I'm live streaming to channel members and recording this video for you guys. So that's what I use there. I'm using PC, so I just use display capture or game capture, depending on what I'm doing. And as a matter of fact, I use a 2 PC setup. So my, actually the screen that you guys are seeing right here, that's a totally different computer than what I'm on right now. So that rolls into the capture card through HDMI. The HDMI comes back to my monitor. I can see what's going on with the monitor. I just use the second PC just like I would if it was a console or something like that. And what happens when I'm not recording? I don't know. Everything disappears. Oh man. Havoc says, what's your favorite FS game of all time? Well, it had to be FS19, wouldn't it? FS19's got the best stuff on it, I think. Now, that's my opinion. I know a lot of people like FS17 better. There's some people that even like FS15 better, and that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I prefer FS19. It's got great graphics. I can do what I want to do. It's a good game. I love it. King Plays, great question. Hashtag Q&A. He says, what do you use to edit videos, and how long do you intend on being a YouTube? A YouTube? I'm a YouTube. How do I edit videos? Actually, on my Mac, which is right here. I've got a MacBook, or not MacBook. I do have a MacBook. This is a iMac 2020 or 2019. It's got the i9-9900K. It has the 8 gigabyte, whatever graphics card in it. And I have that hooked up to a 4K 32-inch monitor, which I edit all my videos from. I prefer that monitor over the built-in monitor of the iMac. But that's how I do that. I move everything over through a this guy right here, actually. There you go. As far as how long do I intend on being a YouTuber? Hey, as long as you guys will keep watching the videos, I'll keep making them. DeRebel Gaming. How can I be like you? Good channel, getting views. Just do stuff that makes people happy. Do stuff that people want to watch. There are a lot of people out there that just stream because they enjoy the game. And that's great, but sometimes it's not great for watching. Now, if you're good friends with that person, that changes everything. But if you're wanting to reach a lot of people, like I said, be entertaining or be informative. If you can't do one or the other, your channel's probably not going to grow as fast as you want it to. So make stuff that you think would be good for people to watch, not necessarily maybe what's making you excited and happy as a player. I know there's always trade-offs, and unfortunately that is one of the trade-offs with making videos. William asked a good question, and I'm happy to address it. He said, what's the best PC to play FS19 on, and what's your favorite mod? The best PC to play FS19 on is the most expensive PC you can afford. I highly recommend custom building, as I've done that 3 times. And what's my favorite mod? F11, baby. Let's go. Easy development controls. Whoop, whoop. Jake Flynn asks, has there been a time that you wanted to stop making YouTube videos? And if so, what kept you from going, or what kept you going, rather? Also, congrats on 100K. You're by far my favorite YouTube career. Ow! Let's go, man. Yeah. He says, what if did I ever want to stop? And if so, what kept me going? Yeah, there's days I wake up and I don't want to record videos. Yeah, like 3 days a week. Granted, like Saturday and Sunday are 2 of those days. Usually like Fridays, I wake up, like I'm recording this video on a Friday. I woke up this morning, I was like, what if I just release all my videos like 3 hours late today? We'll get the mod video out, it'll be fine. We'll get the, and well, then my alarm goes off again because I didn't get up. it's a job. You have to look at it if you want it to be a job, if you want it to be successful. You have to be consistent, and you have to come to work. And for me, this room is my office, so I have to be here. One thing that does help a little bit is differentiating work from play. I actually don't do much gaming in this room anymore. Pretty much everything, if I'm in here, I'm at work. I'm clocked in, which is why my bedroom is at the complete other end of the house. I wanted them complete opposite ends of the house to separate that as much as possible. And then there's nothing in here that is like necessary. So I've got consoles, I can grab those, put them in the other room. I have a gaming laptop, I can take that somewhere else. Most of the time I do my gaming on the front porch on my gaming laptop. So yeah, that answer your question? Tucker asked, have you ever seen an 8RX in real life as somebody you know works at John Deere dealership near you and you've been inside one? What? That's awesome! I unfortunately have never seen one, but then again, there's not a John Deere dealership close to me. There's a John Deere dealership about 45 minutes down the road, and that's the closest one. And then the closest farm that even uses the stuff from that is another like hour down the road from there. So as far as that, no, I've never seen one in real life. I've seen one in plenty of videos, just not in real life. Here's a fun one. Elite Gaming. Do you get any hate or insults from playing Farm Sim? You certainly do, and you wanted to know if anyone else does. Yeah, I feel like a lot Farming Simulator, I mean, didn't the community on PlayStation want to get Farming Simulator taken off the free games in May? It was awful. Giants was super unhappy about that, by the way. Like, not unhappy in a bad way, just like really? Nobody wants to play our game? It's a good game. It's a great game. I love this game. But yeah, do I get any hate or insults for playing Farming Simulator? Not really, no. There's people that don't like me or my channel. That's totally fine. You know that your notifications go out when you get 2 or 3 dislikes to start off with. I'm like, yeah, well, at least the notifications went out. And you have to look at it like that. You can't let it get you down, or else you'll never make videos. But as far as in real life, no. Never have gotten any hate. It confuses people, and they're like, really? But no hate, no. Sibs561 might have asked, how do you make everything hilarious? I will be on the vid with a notepad. Funny enough, the channel members are trying to make me laugh right now in chat while I'm recording this video. How to make everything hilarious? I have fun. Life is fun. Life's a good time. I'm way too serious in my personal life. So it's great to be able to do this. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Relax. Smile. It's all good. Farming Simulator is great. Not only that, gaming is awesome. And life's pretty good too. Buffalo Bear Gaming asks a really good question, similar to a previous one with some extensions to it. Says, what motivates you the most to continue playing Farm Sim and record videos? Because when you do, you get bored really fast sometimes. When you are recording, you have to do things that you wouldn't generally do when you're playing. Now, I've always said, I'm just gonna record and play the way I would normally play. However, the way I play has completely changed since I've started doing videos. I found myself going back to playing more realistically, and by that I mean not cheating. I'm still going fast, but I found myself doing different things, and as far as what keeps me going with recording videos, there's something different every day. So mod videos, I never get tired of those. Farm Sim news, it takes a while, but I never get tired of it. Recording Let's Plays, yeah, sometimes you have to sit down and it takes a minute. You're like, man, do I want to do this? What do I want to do? This kind of thing. Best thing to do, find something fun and do that instead of what you were planning on doing. Justin's asking, how do you do cheats in FS and do you play any other games? Well done, DJ. Need to hit that 200 mark. Yeah, man, we on our way, baby. Let's go. So how do you do the cheats in FS? If you're on PC, it's pretty easy. If you're on console, it's a little bit more difficult. Really, the only cheat you could do on console is cheating in money and fast farming. PC, your options are limitless, really. And do I play any other games? Yeah, absolutely. Play Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, Minecraft, love Minecraft. There's a couple other games, NBA, and maybe some other ones, I don't know. Oh, Forza! Yeah, how could I forget that? Forza, I love Forza. James asked an awesome question. He says, what or who inspired you to do YouTube? There were a couple of different guys. Of course, I watched Squad, Daggerwin, FSC, Silly P, guys like that. I was watching those guys. I was like, man, these guys are killing it. You know, I want to do something like that, or I want to be like them one day. which is funny because like only 2 of those guys are older than me. Squad and Daggerwin are like, what, 8-10 years younger than me, something like that. It's crazy. So those are the guys that inspired me to do it. As far as what, I wanted to do what they did. I watched their videos consistently every single day before starting YouTube, and I wanted to do that. I was like, I want this. And so we did it. And yeah. Lars is cool says, Case or John Deere? Case. Ronald McDonald's asks, what do you do outside of playing Farm Sim 19? I'm a normal dude. I got a normal life. Of course, right now I'm not going anywhere, doing much of anything. Sometimes I'll go out and grab a bite to eat. Generally, I'll bring it home. But what do I do outside of Farm Sim? It's just normal life. Cook, clean, do laundry, jam out on the drum set. We'll be doing some of that in the live stream next weekend. Just have fun. Normal day. OG Violinist asks a question that I'm actually not going to answer. It says, congrats, dude. What stream settings do you use? I actually don't publicize those because I know that my stream looks good. So I don't publicize those stream settings. They're things that I fiddled with. I do share them with some YouTubers and talk to them and help them out trying to get their streams to look the best. But generally, I do not share those settings. Nathan asks, what's your favorite thing about Farming Simulator? I think we answered this one, but it is the community. You guys out there, without the community of Farming Simulator, nothing is possible. Brendan asks a question that I've actually been thinking about recently. He says, will you ever do an IRL video or 2 about your truck? Pretty interested in it. Man, it's a nice truck. It is way too good for me. I've actually been wanting to do a video on it. I just haven't had the time yet. We might actually have a video on that on the 24-hour live stream. We're looking for some more little videos to stick in the middle. And I think I'm actually gonna do like a 5-minute video on the truck. Class Peter asks, what music do you play as a DJ? Really anything. I've done disco. I've actually played at a disco club. Played at a disco club for 4 years. Top 40, pop, hip hop, rap, country, rock and roll. If you can think it, I've played it. Cannabis Com says, do you like The Mandalorian? I'm having a hard time getting into it. I really am. I've been trying since like April, and I think I've watched 2 episodes total. They're just so long. I think if they would have cut them in half, it would have been better. Hunter says, what app do you use to edit Farm Sim news? So all of the editing is actually done. Well, it's actually, all the editing's done at the Mac right here. I use Final Cut Pro 10, whatever the latest version of that is at the time. I just update and go with that. But everything I do is edit it with Final Cut Pro. It says, congratulations, you've flashed your schedule clipboard a few times. Yeah. Oh, this bad boy right here. There you go. There's my schedule. It says, I've flashed a few times of videos and mentioned how I could not release a video before a specific time. Who sets a schedule release, specifically FS News or new mods? So, as you can see here, you can see I've got times written down about what's come out and what's happened when. The thing with YouTube is you get 3 notifications a day, and like 2 or 3 days a week, we have 3 things. Most of the time we just do 2, but some days we do 3 things a week, or 3 things a day. So I try to write down when I've done those things so that I know when I get my 3 notifications per day. They're spread a minute apart, so you can get everything a minute apart, or right on everything in. I've just been told that it's pronounced Airburger. Sorry. He's in chat right now with us. So that's exactly why I write everything down, because we used to do 3 things a day, every single day of the week. And that was a little bit much on me. When I stopped doing that, I'll be honest with you, I have about 4 or 5 hours a day extra now. It's pretty nice. RJS says, DJ, all I want to know is, how do I get your Winroad loading wagon on console? PlayStation part. Unfortunately, that is PC only. It's not even my mod. It's somebody else's. I just brought it in, made it hold more and go faster. Fishing and hunting with Braden asks, how hard is YouTube when you're trying to start your own channel? It's only as hard as you make it. Don't focus on trying to know everything. Just know what you need to know at that moment. When you're trying to start a YouTube channel, are you going to stream or are you going to make videos? If you're going to stream, how are you going to get your gameplay onto YouTube? Don't worry about a camera if you don't have one. You can do that later. But how do you start your own channel? Just create a Google account. Go from there. Pretty easy there. But yeah, it's only as hard as you make it. So don't try to make it any harder on yourself. Break it down into small chunks. Okay, I'm going to record videos. Okay, How do I get my gameplay into a recording? How do I edit my video? How do I put that video on YouTube? Those are the only things you need to know to start with. Everything else will progress from there. Cat Dragon, he said, I didn't know I was gonna have to do homework to be a subscriber. Just kidding. Says, congrats on your success. Question, what was more exciting, 1K or 100K? You know, I think it was 1K. But the thing about that is when you go from nothing to 1,000 people that have said, hey, I like what you're doing, I support it. That is huge. When you've got 100, you've been building up to that whole time. 100's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting that down at all. It's crazy. But when you've worked so hard, when you're a smaller channel like that, and 1,000's not even a small channel anymore. That's a good sized channel. You've worked hard to get to that point. When you get to 100, yes, you've worked really hard, but people aren't really seeing that work anymore. When you're smaller, that work ethic seems a lot more apparent because it's not the norm. When your hard work ethic becomes the norm, that is when, well, you're just in the groove, aren't you? You're just in a groove, moving and grooving. So 1K was definitely a lot more exciting to me. Wyatt asked the question I think everybody wants to know. Will I be making a video with the squad? One day, I'm sure. Squad seems like a really, really cool dude. I've spoke with him like back and forth message on other people's streams and chats, but never personally. Honestly, I think that's my fault. I don't get on Discord ever. Techno asks, will you make a 2020 studio tour? Will you show your new PC playing with the wheel setup? Bruh, I hate that wheel. It's in the closet back there right now. No, I built that to make a setup, but I just never. I made the setup. It's nice. It's cable managed and everything. It's modular. Pick it up, move it. I can't get it working with Farm Sim, and by that I mean I can't enjoy playing with it with Farm Sim. I need to do all these settings and stuff, and it's like, or I could just grab this and rock out. So as far as that goes, yeah. Nah, probably not. Maybe, who knows? I've got it. But will I make a 2020 studio tour? Absolutely. Matthew asks, how often do you get mentioned in other people's streams and videos? I have no idea. Unless people tell me that I was mentioned, I have no clue. Marshall asked a question I think a lot of people want to know. Did you ever think you would make it to 100,000 subscribers when I started YouTube? Much love as always, DJ. I appreciate you, Marshall. Thank you. No, I didn't. Because I made the bet, and chat right now is telling me, hey, you said you do 24 hours. And even I think I accidentally said it. 12 hours, 12-hour live stream next weekend. I never thought I'd make it to 100. That's why I made that bet. I still went back on the bet. But yeah, I never thought that I would get here and that people would care that much about what I had to say about Farming Simulator. Speaking of, all for Farm Bros YT, you said you'd do 100K and you do a 24-hour stream. You gotta do it. Get out here, birds. No, I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna do it. It wasn't a lie. We're doing 12. Next question. Ronan's asking, what do I watch on YouTube and who's my favorite YouTuber? I watch a lot of tech YouTubers. So Linus Tech Tips and the entire Linus Media Group channel scheme. I watch all of them. I'm subscribed to every single channel that they do. They're a lot of fun. He's my age, so I relate to him in that way. He's a millionaire. I do not relate to him on that level, but he's a lot of fun, and it's cool when he'll make references. I'm like, he did it. He said it. And nobody else gets it. I'm like, oh man, that was a good one too. So I feel like I'm as much of a dork as he is. And I absolutely love Linus. Trevor asks, when did I start drinking energy drinks? Junior or senior year of high school, maybe? That was right when Mountain Dew Amp came out. And they weren't labeling it as an energy drink, but it was like a super hyped up soda. The thing is, I never drink Mountain Dew, so that was totally different for me to drink something like that. But a friend was like, hey, try this. I was like, man, that's really good. I don't know if this is something, let's get real with DJ for a minute here. I actually think I was like dependent. It's more of like an addiction kind of thing to 5-hour energies for a little while. Energy drinks are very dangerous. Especially the higher strength ones. You really need to be careful, and you have to limit yourself if you're going to have those. You need to be appropriate with them. You need to see what's going on. Are you dependent on them? Are you? Yes. Well, are you dependent on anything other than water, food, and air? You need to really take a step back and say, better watch yourself. So that was something I had to do. I was drinking about 8 of them a day, seven to 8 of them. I think it was about 5 to 8 5-hour energies every 24 hours. It's extremely unhealthy. Don't do that. Chat time with DJ. Joshua's asking, hey DJ, got any advice on starting a YouTube channel when all you got's a PlayStation 4 and a cell phone to record Farming Simulator 19 content? Mr. Silly P only uses a PlayStation 4. Enough said, I think. But you can record your gameplay onto your PlayStation 4. You can use Share Factory to edit the video, and then you can upload that video. I don't know if Share Factory has a text thing, but I feel like if he's doing it, it's got to happen on there. So I think the best thing to do would be maybe shoot Miss Silly P a message. If it doesn't respond, just look up and say making videos for YouTube on PlayStation. I'm sure there's a lot of videos out there. Mine Farmer asked a question that I can't help you with, but I can show you who can help you. So it says, make modding tutorials to teach us how to download mods from the official FS1917 mod hub. I've already done this. I've already made a video like this. Just search how to download mods, DjGoHam. Gotcha. Alex Malone's asking, do you enjoy YouTube and will you continue to for as long as you can? And do you like Farm Sim? Or are you looking forward to the next FS game? Do I enjoy YouTube? Yes, absolutely love it. I mean, it's my job, but I absolutely love my job. I've only had one job that I didn't like. That was working at McDonald's. My first job was not fun. I will continue to make content as long as you guys keep watching. And do I like Farm Sim? And I'm looking forward to the next Farm Sim. Love Farm Sim, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next one. I don't know what it's going to be, but Giants has done a really good job of progressing each game. Looking forward to the next one. It's going to be really good. Off-Roading Outlaw says, I would like to start maybe FS19 time-lapse channel. Great idea. What editing software do you prefer for beginners? Really hope you answer everyone's because there's some good ones. I'm trying to answer as many as I can, I promise. Edit free would be preferable. So Windows Movie Maker. Wait, do they have Windows Movie Maker anymore? Windows Movie Maker, something like that. DaVinci Resolve, I believe is free. Something like that. I think Clutch still uses DaVinci Resolve. I think he may have upgraded to the paid version, but yeah, that's a phenomenal one. Here's a question that I actually don't know the answer to. FS Farmer 111 says, what mod would you like to see in FS19 the most? And do I think Versatile will ever come to FS19? Congrats on almost 100K. We actually weren't at 100 wherever he posted this. I don't know anything about Versatile. I actually don't know anything about the brand in general. It's not an all-platform brand. I didn't grow up around tractors, so there's a lot of brands that I still don't know anything about. In mod videos, I'm learning just as much as you guys are sometimes. So as far as that, I have no idea. And what do I like to see in FS19 the most? I'm happy with what's going on right now, to be honest with you guys. I do not have a mod that I'm like, man, I wish we had this. Keep doing what we're doing, man. FS19 is doing good right now. Joseph asks, what do you want to see in the next farming simulator? Now, this I can answer. I want to see some crashes. I want to move the cars around. I want to... Yeah. Mitchell Taylor says, how does it feel to finally hit the 100,000 mark? I feel like people know who we are now. I say we, GoHam fam. I feel like people know who we are now, and so it's like... The hard work's paid off. Now we have to prove that we belong here. That's what it feels like. That one guy, 64 years ago, 3 days ago, as what was your childhood like? A little personal. I'm kidding. Childhood was fine. I had a great childhood. It was awesome. My mom raised me. She got married to my stepdad, who adopted me and became my father when I was 5 years old. And life's been amazing. I've had one of the best lives anybody could live. And I don't think I've got any complaints. Jones is asking, when did you start being a DJ? So I did some DJ work when I was in high school. But when I was, I don't know how old I was, but I was 2013. Graduated high school in 2007. At the end of 2007, I turned 19. Math. You guys don't let me do math anyway. So 2013, I started doing DJ full-time. I started doing DJ for part-time a year before that, but I really wasn't getting paid. So I had to really push and work hard. I actually went from like just a college bar in 2013 through that next year. In 2014, I started working at the biggest club in town immediately a year after. So I got a great opportunity. I took the opportunity and haven't looked back. Patty Peppermint, Patty. Do you have any siblings? If so, young or old? Yeah, I've got an older brother. He's 3 years older than I am, which would make him old, 34 now. He lives in New York City. He's a real estate agent. Peter says, hey DJ, congrats on 100K. Well deserved, man. What are the best settings for Farming Simulator? As high as you can run them. Evan says, are you in a relationship at the moment? Negative. She failed testing. Matthew asked a great question. How long does it take on average for me to make a video? So it depends on what video I'm making. Let's plays generally are taking about 2 to 3 hours right now after recording, editing, and uploading. Farm Sim News takes anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. Yeah, it takes a long time, but I work hard on it. And then mod videos, however many mods that we've got. Today, I was able to record, and I say today, what is today? August 14th, so the day before this video is releasing. I recorded, edited, and uploaded within an hour, but we only had 10 mods, and I think I only did gameplay for like 3 of the mods, so the rest were pictures. It was just Polish sheds, man, Polish sheds. Thomas says, hey DJ, what's it like being a YouTuber, and how did I come up with the name? Somebody at a college bar whenever I was DJing gave me the name. So I'm DjGoHam is my DJ name, and a guy was like, dude, you're DjGoHam. I was like, yeah. He's like, you're going ham. I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, you're DjGoHam. It's like, that's it. So I used that as my Xbox name for the longest time, and when I started doing YouTube, I was like, DjGoHam Gaming, perfect, we'll do that. As far as what's it like being a YouTuber, I feel like my life's the same as it was. I just work from home and I play video games for a living, more or less. It's fun, it's a lot of fun. Cows Go Moo, my brother, he says, question, do you even remember how to spell Xbox? Don't you play on PlayStation? He says, for real though, you are all, or am I at all into the next gen consoles? I am, of course I have to be, but I am. Which platform strikes me the most? Will I be getting new console for myself? Yep, both of them. Even if I don't do FS videos on it. You ask because you know I'm still a console guy at heart. It's true, I am still a console guy at heart. I told you I'm a PlayStation, or I'm an Xbox player. That somebody one day was like, hey, here's a PC. Have fun. I was like, oh, okay, we'll do that. So yeah, as far as next gen consoles, I like the Xbox more, but I'm an Xbox player. The PlayStation seems to be giving you guys the best control over what you want to do. Only time's gonna tell. I haven't really looked into either one too much because I have to buy both of them. I'm a gaming creator for YouTube. If I don't have the most current gen hardware and software and stuff like that, my content will fail. So I have to have the most current stuff so that I can bring you guys the most up-to-date information on everything going on in the world of Farming Simulator. Hashtag Farm Sim News. Landscaper asks, how do you download mods from a website? Whenever you try, it doesn't work. I think we talked about this a little bit earlier, but you can't do it on console. So if you're on console, it's just not going to work. If you are on PC, make sure it's a zip file. Put that in your mods folder. It should be good to go. Zach asks, how do I feel when I get a mod early? It feels like Christmas, and I feel like I don't deserve it, if that makes any sense. I get it, and I'm like, oh, it's like something that you can't break. And I break everything. So it's like, oh, I don't know, just put it down. Just put it down. We got a new truck today. So it's awesome. It really is. It's truly awesome. Not so much the mod itself, but the relationship that I get with the mod creator. There's a lot of mod creators out there, modders, that I have gotten a great relationship with just because I've been able to help them and show off their mods early. That is what I truly cherish more than having that mod early. It's great, get to show you guys, but this is the relationship that I get to build with that mod creator to do even more cool stuff down the road. Connor says, what other games do you play besides Farming Simulator? Like was mentioned before, Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto. I love playing, actually played a bunch of Grand Theft Auto games. Forza, Minecraft, NBA, stuff like that. I love those games. Do play some Madden, not very often, but I do enjoy playing Madden. Navy Freak asks, how does it feel to have 100,000 of us watching you? Unfortunately, there's never 100,000 people. We barely get 1,000 people watching the live streams. videos are doing much better, but as you can tell, the larger a channel gets, it's interesting because your viewer count grows almost in minuscule proportions to your overall subscriber count. You know, we were at what, 50 to 60,000. We were getting on average 300 to 400 people in live streams, and I find it interesting because now that we're twice that, yes, we're getting twice the amount of people in streams, but you would almost expect more than that. You would expect, we got 100,000 subscribers, why aren't you getting 100,000 views? I don't know. George Jones, we do some proper logging, no cheats.
#Realism.
Big Guns asks, what's my input on making small channels grow? If you're wanting to grow, you need to offer the viewer something. I've said this, we picked a lot of questions, but I want a lot of you guys to get in on the video. So make sure you're doing something that is beneficial to the viewer, so they're either learning something or being entertained, or showing them something that they've never seen before, like a logging hack. And also make sure your video descriptions, make sure your titles, make sure those match, make sure you're copying those in together, make sure you're copying that into your tags as well. Make sure you're putting that down there. It's been shown that tags really aren't doing as much these days, and showing maybe descriptions aren't really doing as much. Short descriptions are actually reaching more people. It's something that I might dabble with when it comes to doing things, but all of my videos require so much information to be known. People ask a lot of questions per video, and it's nice to say, hey, check the description. So they'll find what they're looking for there. So as far as making small channels grow, check out some YouTube channels, TubeBuddy, things like that. Search TubeBuddy, you'll find quite a few more, I'm sure. Those will help you build your channel from nothing to 1,000 or 10,000 subscribers, something like that. Why Not says, what is your favorite map in all of FS? It was the FS17 version of Lone Oak Farm. Sam says, have you considered doing a throwback series of old farming simulator games? I have, and I've decided not to do that. There are a couple YouTubers that are already doing it. They're doing a great job doing it. They're having fun doing it, and we're gonna let them do that. If you wanna go check them out, go check their videos out because they're really good. Tortino's asks, how do you do your streams so good? Practice, 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 practice. I've been live streaming since like the first week I started doing YouTube. I had to wait to get my capture card in, but I got it in and we just went with it. We rocked and rolled. So just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes better. Whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter what the way you say it. It just matters that the concept is the same. You learn by doing, and especially in this industry, you definitely learn by doing, and sometimes you learn by doing things the wrong way, and that's okay. You learned how to not do something. Jonathan says, what type of PC do you have? I play on PlayStation 4 and would like to play on PC sometime. See, this is another one of those things. Check the description because all that's in there. Yeah, check out the description. All my PC specs are down there. I play on 4 different PCs depending on what I'm doing. I have 3 custom-built gaming PCs and 1 gaming laptop. All of those are great. I love all of them. They all play Farming Simulator at max settings at their respective frame rates. So you've got like the one that I'm playing on right now. I bet I could probably get close to 4K on this. I'm not going to. 1440 runs max and it's fine. And then the other one, I can play on 1080p widescreen at 144 FPS, perfectly fine. The gaming PC back there that's normally allocated to Farm Sim News only, but I do some gaming on it occasionally. That PC is set up for 1080p, plays great. My laptop plays 1080p at 144 hertz, perfectly fine. It's got an i7 and a 1660 Ti from Nvidia. It's a great laptop. Alistair says, will you ever play any other farming games and release my own mods? So I don't release my own mods because I don't have my own mods. I've just got mods that I've modified to my own liking. So I guess I do have my own mods, but they're not mine to give away, so I can't actually do that. You'll have to go and download them and make those changes for yourself. As far as will I ever play other farming games? Absolutely not. Giants are wonderful, and the reason that I play Farming Simulator now is not only because I love the game. I do, and I wouldn't change just because of that one reason. However, the community that we've built, the relationships that I've got with a lot of you guys out there and with Giants themselves, I don't want to ruin any of that. Good things, and I don't want to ruin a good thing. Things are awesome. Night Owl, my man, says, if your girlfriend passed testing and wanted to help you and join you in your videos, would you let her? Absolutely. Problem is she keeps failing testing. So, boom, there you go. If Giants offer me a job, their official mod release coordinator or something like that, I tell you what, the guys at Giants work really hard to bring out mods. Not every mod release is perfect, and that's nobody's fault. No one is perfect. Things just happen. I would be even worse. I would just see something and be like, yo, that John Deere, don't even test it. Like, are you sure? Don't even test it. Just release it. Everybody wants it. And it would be bad. I don't want to do that. The guys at Giants are awesome. Again, I have personal relationships with some of the guys over there. They're great. They're awesome. And they have your best interest in mind. I promise you. I'm happy where I'm at. Blathed says, does it put you under pressure when you're recording? Absolutely not. Sometimes there's a time restraint and I need to get something done by a specific time. Like right now, I need to get this done before I fall asleep because I got 4 hours of sleep last night. But no, there's no pressure whatsoever. Callum says, will you ever go to the UK or even Northern Ireland when the thing is over? I'm sure, yeah. I was actually supposed to go out of the country a couple times with Giants this year. It just never happened because of this. So yeah, definitely going to be doing some really cool stuff. My travels, however, probably will not take me that way. My travels will likely take me to Central and South America, that area. It's just a little bit closer to me. And I'm very interested in that area of the world. And I'd like to experience it. Cruel Python says, what Xbox capture card would you recommend? If you don't have a PC, Elgato makes one that you could just slide in a memory card and do that. Then you can edit the video however you want. If you do have a PC, I highly recommend getting I think it's the HD60S Pro Plus or HD60S Plus, something like that. I don't know. I'm actually using the HD60S right now. I have an HD60 as well, but it does not work very well. I also have the 4K. I have both 4Ks, 4K and the 4K Mark II. Whatever you can afford and whatever fits in your PC. Or if you don't have a PC, whatever will plug in. Go with USB 3 though. Whatever you do, go with USB 3. Joey asked a question I'm not sure I can answer 100%. He says, DJ, would it be worth it to purchase a laptop to play Farming Simulator? Yes. If so, what brand and model? I am a Gigabyte fanboy through and through. Dell makes really good stuff. You've got Asus. They make really good stuff. They've got some tough gaming laptops that are really awesome. I believe Virtual Farmer has one of those. I have a Gigabyte something. I don't know what it is. But it's a good laptop. I love it. It did cost about $1,500 though. I can run everything at max settings, so everything is maxed out completely with the exception of the draw distances and the tire track, stuff like that. I have that set to 100% instead of like 400%. But everything else is max settings at 144 Hertz, 1080p. Works great. I love it. Check that out. Check out Gigabyte. Gigabyte makes some good stuff. Also, Gigabyte, if you're watching, I would love for you to pay me to tell people that. Just a thought. Deborah asks if she's in chat with us right now. Says, how many times have you done?
Realism.
That many times. Jack Little says, how long do you spend recording per day? I wake up at 6:50 every single day. I'm in front of the Farm Sim News computer 7 days a week on the weekends I wake up late. But Monday through Friday, I'm in front of that computer by 7:15 with either coffee or a White Monster in my hand. And what time is it now? 4:36? Usually by 4 o'clock I'm done. Today's a special case because we're doing some stuff with channel members and stuff like that. But generally, we'll say 7:30, just to be safe. We'll say 7:30 to 4 every single day. Mr. Happy One says, have you met Clutch in real life? I have not, but I want to, so I can give him a super awkward man hug where you're just like, bro, I love you so much. I thought I'd never meet you in real life. Just to make him go like, yeah, DJ, it's cool, bro. Hope Clutch sees this. Hardshot asks a question that I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know. It says, why does console have a percentage on how many mods that you can get? So each game is allotted a certain amount of space and room on your hard drive on your console, whether it be on PlayStation or on Xbox. Yes, some games have more, some games have less. So it just depends on what game it is. With Farming Simulator, they've allotted a certain amount, and you just can't go over that. Brent says, what is the most fun thing that you've done in Farm Sim? And I'm pretty sure at the end of this, they also said include a clip. I don't know where the clip is, but one of the fondest memories is when me and Clutch were running up the side of a mountain vertically in horses. It was awesome. Jack says, when did you start YouTube? I started YouTube March 9th, or 8th? Oh boy, I don't even remember now. In March of 2018. 9th. It was March 9th. Lucas Games says, what is a good budget PC for Farm Sim setup? The best budget PC is the most expensive thing that you can afford. And you're gonna save some money if you custom build. I've custom built 3 PCs. It's not hard. I'm an idiot. Channel members can attest and they can say, yeah, we're surprised that the last computer actually even works. No problems whatsoever with it, other than in the building process because it's custom. So we had some things that I wanted to do inside. Yeah, whatever you can get that, and try to get current generation hardware. Current generation hardware is going to cost you about as much as old gen stuff, and it's still going to perform better. It's probably going to perform 2 or 3 times better. Hall Brothers Racing, who is your favorite Farm Sim YouTuber other than yourself?
Well, it would have to be K-Bot, wouldn't it?
I'm kidding. It's Clutch Simulations, baby. Let's go. Zebedee says, hey, DJ, how do you get your views up on videos? Because your friend Logan Coates, go check out Logan, is hardworking man. He does survival role play. That's awesome. And he puts a lot of effort into them, but he's getting no subs or views. Tell him to check his thumbnails, check his description, download TubeBuddy, download vidIQ. Get those things downloaded on your computer. They will tell you like, hey, we saw you've got some inconsistencies in this, or your thumbnails are not like this kind of thing. Thumbnails I found are a big part. They're not everything. Some people try and make them everything. Thumbnails are not everything. You don't need a bunch of fancy text or anything like that. Just make whatever's in the picture what you're doing. So if you're gonna be doing some logging, have a picture of something from North Mining Company or something like that in there, whatever you're using. If you're going to be doing some farming, try and get a cool action shot of the tractor from, behind doing the work, or the combine, something like that. Try and get something that looks cool. That you're like, oh man, that looks awesome. I want to go watch that. And so that's one of the biggest things. Thumbnails, titles, make the titles short. I even have a problem with this myself. You need to get your titles, get the point across. What are you doing? Farming Simulator 19. That's it. So if you're doing survival roleplay, don't even worry about trying to put survival roleplay in there. Maybe you could put that in the thumbnail on the very bottom, or put it under the Farming Simulator logo, something like that. Do something like that. Double your title in the description and in your tags. That seems to work very well. You've tripled that, then people know exactly what's going on. You got keywords, check your title. It says Farming Simulator 19. That needs to be one of your tags. That needs to be a hashtag in your description. Survival roleplay, that needs to be a tag in your description. That needs to be a tag in your tags. So try that, give that a try. Also, tell your friend Logan, hit me up on Facebook or send me a message on Twitter. Be happy to talk to him. Jake Sinclair. Jake's been around a long time. He says, what do you do in your spare time other than playing games? Like watching Netflix? What shows do you watch? Do you go to the park and just relax? So my relaxing time is on my front porch. I love my front porch. It's right beside the road, so I get to see, and I live in a college town. There's a dormitory right across the road from me. It's a freshman dorm, so you get to see all these kids coming up, and I say kids, I'm 31. You get to see people coming up. You get to see really cool cars, because a lot of people in college have really neat cars. So they move away and they're like, all right, I'm not under my parents' roof anymore. I'm finally going to put that exhaust on, what do people have these days? Civics? I don't know. But I get to see a lot of really cool cars. Always wave to the motorcycle guys when they go by. It's nice because I'm inside all day working. So if I can go outside and remove myself one more step from the monotony of doing the same thing every single day, that is great, and it helps so much to relax and free my brain. Netflix, oh bro, Yo, I love Netflix. I actually just got HBO just so I can watch South Park. I love South Park. I'm awful. But Netflix shows that I like to watch, man, like crime and drug lords and stuff like that. So anything that has to do with like crime or stuff like that, I love it. I've always liked it. But I really, really like it. It's just really cool. I watch Forensic Files and play Farming Simulator at the same time, and I love that. It's so much fun. Sean Lippy, hey, somebody else that's been here for a long time says, are you still doing DJ stuff, or are you just gonna play Farming Simulator 19? Thank you so much for the content, DJ. You my man. Sean, love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an awesome subscriber and being not only here, but in other people's chats, showing love and support as well. You're awesome. Thank you so much for what you've done and the support that you've given, not only the channel, but the community. I've said that already. I see names and I'm like, yo, what up? I'm not doing anything DJ right now just because I can't, because of what's going on with the world. However, I will be getting back into that. I'm going to do that for at least another year. However, I've got some big plans for Farming Simulator past, as soon as like the world get back to normal. I've got some big plans for Farming Simulator. So I'm going to be moving into a new house next summer, be doing a big studio. You think that this setup is crazy now? Get ready, because I'm going to have a live stream setup, Farm Sim News setup, and a place to record. Recording is going to be done in a completely different location. Well, it's in the house, but a completely different location. That way I can differentiate different parts of my life even more. It's going to be crazy. Thomas, what's your favorite energy drink? I do. White Monster. Actually, I think Green Monster is probably my favorite, but I don't drink it. I might drink Green Monster 2 or 3 times a year, if that. It's my favorite one. It tastes so good, but it is so bad for you. I drink the white ones. I think there's 0 sugar, something like that, but it's just, or 0 calories or something, but it's loaded with sugar. Something and it's bad for you. I just can't remember what it is. Sodium, that's it. Yo, there's too much sodium in there. But there's no sugar, there's no calories, there's like 5 or something like that. Actually, Alien Jim turned me onto the White Monster, so shout out Alien Jim. Here's a good one. Bob the Cow. What's up, Bob? Murr. Do your eyes ever hurt from all of the FS19 gameplay? Bruh, I'm in front of computers all day long. And you might see when I do Farm Sim News, #FarmSimNews, I'm not wearing glasses. But I wear glasses. I wear glasses like all the time. See if I can get my face out of here. Stop looking at me. Look at my glasses. My glasses are so cute. Anyway, I got cool glasses. I like these. They're carbon fiber. They're Ray-Bans. They're nice. But they've also got things that help me during the day. So I have blue tint removal stuff in them. I have some other stuff. I thought I had smudge relief, but there's no smudge relief in these. Even if I get like a little dust speck, my glasses like, you know what? Let's just make the whole thing dirty and then we'll just go from there. I like these. They just get dirty too quick. But yeah, my eyes never hurt, but these glasses help with that. If you are in front of screens all day like this and you do not wear glasses, you need to get some kind of glasses or something that's like a blue light filter that has something like that. You will thank yourself. You may not thank yourself in a year or two, but in 10, 15, 20 years, you're really going to be thanking yourself. This is something brand new that is totally new to our generation, is being in front of screens all day long. You've got to protect yourself. You have to. Leads to Farmer says, favorite map to play when you're in your own time. So it used to be Charwell. I've since moved over to Dreisternhof. Really enjoying Dreisternhof. It seems like a map that's been overlooked. It doesn't have a tremendous amount of downloads. The views are nice, or the votes are nice, but I feel like it's a sleeper. I fell in love with it immediately when I started to play it. I downloaded probably 10 or 15 new maps trying to find what I wanted to play on. I wanted something new. I wanted something I never played on before. Dreisternhof, even though it was some map from FS17 that I played on like twice. It's a cool map, and I enjoy it. Really like it. Petrolhead Gaming, how did you start playing Farm Sim, and why did you do it? So I started playing, of course, as I mentioned, probably 3 hours ago in the video now. I mentioned that I started playing because FS15 was free, and then I purchased the FS17 Season Pass. I was like, I always bought the most expensive versions of all games when I did them digitally, because I was like, well, it's the best version of the game. I want it. So I bought that on FS17, and I'm so glad that I did. I never looked back on that purchase whatsoever. but it was fun. I actually quit playing Farm Sim 17 and didn't go back to it. I bought it in September of 2017, and I actually stopped playing it like close to October, and I didn't start playing again until maybe December. I took a couple months off. I still watch Silly P every day, still watch Daggerwood every day, but I took time off from it. I just couldn't figure out how to make money good. And then when Seasons came out, I was like, all right, here's something new. Let's try this. Got on the Valley of the Old Farm, which was a brand new map at the time when Seasons was released, and it was Seasons ready, and just jumped in. Made a history from there, huh? Evan Ferrari says, where did you get your gaming sim steering wheel and all that other stuff? Pretty much everything came from Amazon. There are a few caveats to that, like this microphone and that microphone and that microphone and couple other stuff. I got all that stuff from Guitar Center. I actually have a gear guy at Guitar Center, a good friend of mine that I went to college or went to high school with, and he became a representative for Guitar Center professional members. And he called me. He's like, "Hey, I know you're a DJ. If you need the hookup, let me know." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I've been like everything DJ related. Like under where I'm standing right or sitting right now is my storage room, and it's stacked full of stuff from him that I purchased from him. So yeah, otherwise everything else came from Amazon. Evan M says, what is it like being a YouTuber, and do you ever get a lot of fans coming up to you? I've never had anybody come up to me ever, and I've put myself in different places where people could, and I don't know anybody. Nobody knows me, especially right now I'm wearing a face mask, though I do wear my face mask in public, the one that I got that has the DJ logo on it. But what's it like being a YouTuber in public? Nobody cares. Nobody knows. It's funny. I was actually sitting down having dinner last night, and I had my phone in front of me, and I was monitoring a live stream that I'd done with channel members, and I was eating dinner, and I pulled it up, and I was watching it, and the guy behind me goes like, "Hey, are you the person in the video?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "Yo, you have 100,000 subscribers." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude." I was like, "Yeah." That's the coolest thing that's happened to me. Nothing, I'm just a dude, man. What's really funny is that more than one person has recognized my mom. I'm not even kidding. So that's really cool, but it's like friends of hers, kids that watch and they're like, "Oh yeah, they watch it." I'm like, all right, that's pretty sweet. And also, Laura, who failed testing, she actually had a customer who's a farmer down the mountain, came up here, and she was like, "Oh, you play Farming Simulator?" We're like, "Yeah, I play Farming Simulator every day. It's a real farmer." And she was like, "Do you watch any YouTubers?" And they named off like 3 or 4, and I was one of them. So she's mad, and they're mad, but I have it. If you see me, get my attention, because you'll be the first one. Go, 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 go! Ethan says, what is the least favorite tractor in Farm Sim in your opinion? Stara. It's gotta be. It's funny, the Hurleyman was at FS17, but as actually Alien Jim was a tractor he liked. And I was like, well, I'll give it a try and see. And it's been made as a mod in FS19. It was actually released by Giants, and then somebody came out with a mod, and the Hurleyman is the
toothpaste tractor.
It's the toothpaste tractor. The Hurleyman is. So yeah, Stara sucks. I make fun of them a lot. I'm not gonna stop. Matthew Tucker, where's the best place to learn how to start modding? And have you made any mods on ModHub? I have not. I probably never will. If I do one, I will make the most stereotypical thing that I possibly can. I think I joked and said that during the 12-hour live stream, I would make a 3-meter cultivator. I might still do that. I don't know. Modding the DJ way? Who knows? Best place to learn how to mod is on Giant's website. They've got some great stuff on there, learning how to mod. They did some stuff with FarmCon this past year. Vertex Design, they've also released some good stuff. Let's see, Lancy Boy's done some really cool stuff. It's just very easy to learn how to, or very easy to find the tools to learn how to mod. It's not always easy to learn. Imagine more, unfortunately, would your 13-year-old laptop HP Pavilion DV7 be able to run FS19? I don't know what that is, but if it's 13 years old, I'm gonna say it probably not. Yeah, you should definitely get something else to play that. Jacob says, have you ever thought about doing a multiplayer Let's Play with a bunch of people? I've thought about it. I've done it. It's not as easy as it looks. I don't know how the squad does it. but he's the man when it comes to that. So we'll just let him keep doing it. Mad Crasher says, how do you get FS to run so smoothly on PC? I have a $4,000 computer. It says $4,200, just the tower. The other tower, I think, costs somewhere in the threes. It's expensive stuff. But I do it for a reason. I buy the most expensive parts that I can, the best parts that I can, so that I can bring you guys the best content possible. If the content looks bad, I can do with bad content, but you can only do good with bad content for so long. I try and be the entire package for you guys. Mr. Yeet says, do you have a P.O. box for fan mail? I will be putting together one of those. I do have a P.O. box, but unfortunately it is a work P.O. box, so I can't really share it for fans and stuff like that. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go try and get one, and we'll start doing something like that. We're at 100,000. There's people that have fan boxes at 5,000 that get stuff every day. So I think it would be really cool to do that, get the fan mail, and do an unboxing like once a month or something like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Paul says, where do you live and where do you plan to move someday? I live in the mountains of North Carolina, and honestly, I plan on moving back home, somewhere near Winston-Salem, maybe the northern part of Davidson County, something like that. That's where my parents are from, and I want to be closer to them. So that's, well, I'm just going to move back down there. Probably in about a year or so. Deborah's back again. Is Deborah in chat? Yep, she's still in chat with us. Says, have you ever broke a computer for farm sim? Oh, yeah, a couple times. I've never broke, but I've definitely like froze it. Yeah, it's bad. Matthew says, if you started a YouTube career, how often should you post? As often as you can. I highly recommend you post at least once a week so that people kind of put that into their routine. You do something at least once every 7 days or so, you're gonna get in the habit of it. Some people go get their haircut once a week. Some people go to the same restaurant every Monday to get wings. It just becomes part of your routine. However, if you're like me, I need to post every day. I can't not post every day. We do daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. So I gotta make sure that I post every single day, but it has to be worth it. So if I don't have something that's worth it to show you guys, I have to find something that's worth it. So if you start your career, how often should you post? As often as you can to start with. Don't post any more than 2 or 3 times a day. That might just get a little bit annoying. Sorry, everybody. Deborah, let's go, yeah! Says, how did you meet Clutch and...
K-Bot? No, get out of here with that K-Bot. It's DjGoHam. DjGoHam runs this stuff over here.
How did you meet Clutch and David? Actually, FSC sent me a message. He's like, hey, check this guy out. He's streaming. He's good. He had like, what, 20, 30 subscribers. He was like 32 subscribers when I met him. And it was super awesome. We clicked immediately, and we've been great friends ever since. We talk on the phone quite a bit. Not as much often recently, but a whole lot of fun. Durango Owner 2007. What all-platform modded truck is your favorite? Warrior++ by Mods by 5'9". He's done an incredible job. He's actually working on an update as we speak. Hasn't been released yet. I don't even think it's been sent off to Giants for testing yet. However, he's doing a really good job with it. It is the best truck. I know the Hulk is bigger. I know it's faster. I know it's more powerful anyway. I like the Warrior. It's my favorite truck in game, and it's my favorite modded truck. Now we're talking about pickup trucks. I think it's pretty obvious which pickup truck. We're talking about A2 Square Studio, Mr. David. Talking about the TLX 2020 series. He's done a fantastic job with that truck. John Bailey, will there be a fermenting silo for console so that you don't have to have bunkers? I'm gonna say probably not. I feel like it's something that if it could have been done, it would have already been done by now. Granted, we just got TMR mixers by DD Mon Passion, and I think it's super funny because all the ones that have come out have the exact same description. Neither here nor there. But yeah, I don't think so, because the script for that is technically not in the game. So it's a tough situation, a tough scenario. Could it happen? Maybe. There's quite a few modders that could probably make it happen. DD Mod Passion is one of them. Alien Jim, if it could happen, I'm sure he could find a way to do it. I always used to say in FS19 or FS17 said anything's possible. But so the only person that I know could come up with it would be Alien Jim. So, yeah, I don't know. It would be nice. It would be really nice. Atlantic Man 5700. It says, where did you get your actual DJ job? How did I get it? I bugged the owner. Actually, no, I didn't bug the owner. It was a restaurant that I had been, it was a college bar, but I was a restaurant during the day at least. And I was in there having lunch, and I had my computer out, and on the front it said DJ Hamilton across the front. And I was using that, and it was my personal laptop, but I was doing that, and he came over, and he was like, hey, are you a DJ? I was like, well, yes, and I'm trying to find gigs right now. I had applied at like 10 places in town. Nobody was hiring. And he was like, hey, I need DJ Thursday. Can you work? Like, yes, well, 100% absolutely I can work Thursday. And this was like Tuesday, maybe Monday. I don't think I had a lot of time. And I went in. It was funny because like half of my music was illegitimate. You know, you just like YouTube download the song or whatever. And I remember that one of like the big songs in the middle of the night was like No Hands by Waka Flocka or something like that. And right before it went into the part where everybody started singing, it went and I rickrolled everybody, and it was awful. And at the end of the night, because everybody was looking at me like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, so sorry, so sorry, it was so embarrassing." And I got the job. I didn't realize, but that was my interview. He's like, "Yeah, you got the job. Just like don't do that thing you did with that song. Let people sing." I was like, you got it, no worries. And I never talked about it again. So that's how I got my first job, and it's all history from there. Deborah again, let's go! Deborah, where you at in chat? Number 4! Beep, 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 beep. Says, how many computers have you built? I built three computers. I own a lot more than that. I think total I own 7, 8 computers, something like that. So I have 3 custom built PCs, gaming PCs. I have 1 gaming laptop. I have an iMac and 2 MacBook Pros, and then I have 2 backup laptops, but I don't think they work. So there you go. That's all the computers that I have. I use 4 computers daily though. Dakota, what was your first video ever on YouTube? Yo, I woke up Friday, March 9th. I remembered, 2018. And I saw that the new screenshots, the first screenshots for Farming Simulator 19 were out. Farm Sim 19 had not been released at that time. And I saw that Squad had done a video on it. Super early video. Squad never did videos on anything other than just playing the game. And I was like, this is big. This is important. I need to do this. And I had 5 new subscribers by the end of the day. It was really cool. It wasn't a bad video. It really wasn't a terrible video. We're going to be watching it during the live stream, the 12-hour live stream next week. So make sure you stay tuned to that. But it wasn't awful. It wasn't as cringy as you would think it would be. My first live stream, however, that was really bad. Crazy Decepticon. Are you a Decepticon or an Autobot? I feel like I'm a crazy person who just hasn't been taken over yet. Is that a thing? Hey, Paul R. Hey, Paul's not in chat anymore. Oh, man. He said, blooper outtake reels. I've seen the BTS videos, and the world needs to see some of the funny oopsies. I do them all the time, but the problem is they're not funny anymore. I'll start something, and like I'll look at this and Paul be like, you know, Paul R has blooper. Paul R has blooper and outtake rate. Man. And I'll just do that. It won't be like Paul R blah, 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 blah. Usually if I do that, I'll just leave it in. Daniel, can you do more?
#realism.
Probably not. You're absolutely right. Logan says, was it hard DJing and doing YouTube? Yes. Yes, it was. I got used to it, but I didn't have time for anything. I literally did YouTube from the time I woke up until like 7:30, 8 at night. And then I would get ready, and by 9 o'clock, I'd be at work. Fortunately for me, everywhere I worked was less than 10 minutes down the road. So I did that, and then came back home, got off work at 2, was home by 3, fell asleep, set an alarm for 10 o'clock, wake up, do it again. Literally every single day, Monday through Friday. Saturdays were the worst because I DJ at a club for football games. So we watched the football game, and I DJ during them between. I'm the Jumbotron, as it were. This year's going to be a little bit different. But I was a Jumbotron, so I had to be on the mark every single time. But games start early. Games start like noon. So on Saturdays, I had to be awake, ready to go. I had to be back up at 10 o'clock, at work by 11, set up, ready to go by 11:30, 30 minutes before the game starts. It's tough. It was really tough. And the amount of time that I've got now off, I think I'm taking that for granted right now, 100%. I'm going to keep taking it for granted until I don't have it anymore. Jennifer, do you have a Lambo? No, I don't. I have a nice truck. No Lambo. GTA Extra says, how do you balance your work life with YouTube? It is very difficult. No, I'm kidding. So YouTube is work. I'll treat it like it is. It's a job. Work life is a work. It's a job. So I just treat it like a job. Unfortunately, my personal life has suffered tremendously. I would be a very, very rough boyfriend to have because I couldn't spend the time with the person that they wanted and that they deserve. So it's a tough life generally. Right now, not too bad. Though girlfriend failed testing. RIP. Crash counter.
Crash counter +1.
Yeah, sure, why not? But balancing's tough. You get into a groove and you find what works for you. Michael the Farmer. Hey, I'm Michael the Farmer too. Is this how much your day is used to make and edit, upload videos? So we've talked about how much my day is spent doing that. What people don't realize is how long editing takes. Some people will say, oh, I've got this, 20-minute video. I spent 4 hours editing it. Why? That seems like a lot of work for a 20-minute video. I would say, so Farm Sim News takes about an hour to edit. Mod videos take about 20-ish minutes to edit. Let's Plays, it could be a 4-hour Let's Play. It would take me 5 minutes to edit the video because I do everything in clips. All I have to do is bring those clips together, do the color correcting, make sure the music's perfect, and you're done. Matthew Nolan, how much do you play FS20? Probably a lot less than you think I do. Heath Tuttle, how come PC players get more mods than console? Farming Simulator used to be a PC-only game, and it wasn't until FS17 that consoles were even getting mods. FS17, people don't realize this. Farming Simulator 19 was only the second game that we've gotten mods for console players. So they're working towards that. They're moving forward. Something else to remember. Any game, think of any game in your head right now that is also on PC and on consoles as well. PC is always going to have mods. The thing is, they're not legitimate mods. They're on backdoor sites and that kind of thing. Think of Grand Theft Auto, for example. Grand Theft Auto, there's tons of mods on PC. You want to drive any car you want, go for it. You want to be a monster and terrorize Los Santos, you can do that. But you can't on console. So Farming Simulator is exactly like that. The difference in Farming Simulator is the majority of those other mods are realistic mods and people want them. They're real things. We want them. You just can't always have them. That is why PC has more mods than console, because it's been around longer and we're just getting into it. The game is still progressing. The game is still building and it is still maturing. Just wait. Everything will be getting ready soon. Window Loose, 33 subscribers. Nice. How did you get famous? I have no idea. Am I famous? Chat, am I famous? I don't think so. I'm just a dude making farm sim videos, man. Jay pronounced Jadagger says, do you regret anything? Not starting sooner. Chat saying that I'm famous right now. And Connor, just for you.
Toothpaste cracker.
Colby, why do you play on PC but use console mod trucks? I'm a console player at heart. I use PC because I can make the best content possible on that platform. Making the best content doesn't mean you have to use Ford or Dodge or Peterbilt or, anything like that. You can use stuff that's part of the game to make great content, because you have to remember that on this channel, at least, like 70% of the subscribers are console players, with the majority being Xbox players. So I have to know my audience and make sure that they are happy, that I'm not using this crazy stuff. There's a lot of YouTubers that just do PC, that just use PC mods, that do crazy stuff, and that's awesome. And they do a really good job of it. and I do what I do. I try to cater to those console players, showing like, hey, yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm doing that. Yes, I'm, going crazy and doing all this. But check out the mods that I'm using. So I try and do that to show them, hey, you can have fun and you can do cool stuff with what's in game. Rich Wilkes says, why do you run so many pigs and cattle? I feel like there's no purpose to do it unless you're running a bunch of them. I prefer to run as many pigs and as many cows as it'll let me because I have the most production from that. Yes, they're not reproducing. However, they are taking a lot of food. As long as I can get a lot of food, we're good to go. Not in seasons, a lot easier than in seasons, to be fair, but I like to be able to do that. I like to be able to have the most amount of manure, the most amount of slurry, the most amount of milk, that kind of thing. That's what I love about doing pigs and cattle. They give you the manure and slurry, they sell for the most. It's perfect. The Nathan343, ayo, shout out Nathan. What's up, baby? He says, what do you use to make your intros and stuff? Honestly, I just find a bunch of clips and audio sounds and stuff like that, or I'll incorporate my logo, something like that. Logo and a lot of that stuff was custom made for the channel, which is great. But I just use my editing program, put all that together in a way that makes it look cool. Dilly says, why do you fast farm? Because my time is very, very precious and valuable. And if I can get something done faster and accomplish the same goal as doing it slower, I see no reason to go slow. And our last question from YouTube. How long have we been doing this? 2 hours? Tristan Diaz, he says, do you think once everything is settled down, you will go back to DJing less or how much you were doing before? Or will you continue full-time YouTube? I will still continue full-time YouTube. Most people don't know I have been full-time on YouTube since day one. Since March 9th, I have been full-time on YouTube. I've treated it like a full-time job, and that's why things are progressing quickly enough, I guess, because I treat it like a full-time job. I'm not wasting time doing it. I'm just making sure the time that I'm spending on YouTube and creating content is worth it for you guys in the long run. It's funny that you say that literally before the world ended in March this year, I am going to say full-time in YouTube, I'm going to say March 9, 2018. March this year, March 5th was the last day that I actually worked. I've done a few things here and there since then, but it has been totally freelance, going in and volunteering. I actually went in, a week ago, something like that? Yeah, a week ago. I just needed a day. I was like, I need to be back at work. I miss work. DJing's fun. I just went in and ran some lights. But do I think once everything settles down, I'll go back to doing less or more or the same or whatever? I was working 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. I actually quit my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday gig. So I'm only going to be working Thursday, Friday, Saturday once I go back. That was a decision that I made for myself, and it's actually nice because there's been so much time that's gone by. I don't have to worry about any of that anymore. It's gone. It's under the bridge. I wasn't nobody went back to work. So me leaving kind of went under the radar. That was nice. Let's make our way into questions from Facebook. First up, we're going to start with Dylan Campbell. It says, when do you think they will release any kind of system specs for the new game? The new game's going to release after the new consoles release. They're waiting on the new consoles. They said there's no reason to build something on current gen hardware just for it to be out of date like a month after they release the game. So they decided to push the game back. It is an undetermined amount of time. So we're going to wait on the new consoles. It sounds like the new consoles are going to be released in November, which is very exciting. So think November. And then I would say probably wait into the new year, maybe January or February. We should start hearing something. I would assume March, as you know, they're already working on the game. But I would assume March, maybe something like that. Let's think March of 2021. I think that's the first time we're going to hear anything, if we don't hear it January, February. John Brock, my brother, how you doing, bro? I love you, man. He says, what was your favorite map on FS 17 and 19? Best YouTube ever. One of the best moderators ever. Good friend, too. John Brock's a great friend. Awesome person. Enjoy chatting with him almost every day in private. It's a really cool dude. What's my favorite map in FS 17-19? The console version of Lone Oak. On 17, on 19, man, I hadn't thought about it. Charwell was the first map I actually fell in love with, so Let's say Charwell. Kevin says, what is your biggest goal in YouTube, whether it's a collaboration or partnership or someone, maybe even a subscriber goal? I have no subscriber goals. We have milestones that we do hit along the way. As long as the channel continues to grow, I'll be happy. I don't care what the number is. I don't care if we get 1 a day, 1 a week, 1,000 every hour, doesn't matter. As long as you guys are here with me and the channel itself is growing, that's what matters. That should matter before any subscriber goal or aim, whatever. Everyone should have that thought process. What's my, as far as collaboration or partnership? Partnership with Giants. And guess what? We're there. We've already got our partnership with Giants. I've hit every goal that I set out to make. And we set all those goals by December last year. 2020 has been a great year because I've had nothing to aspire to. So we've got to continue just doing what we're doing and having a good time. 2020 has been super easy. Anthony says, have you ever been playing a map and not really know what to do and win and making money non-cheaty way, just to get better equipment? It could be boring doing the same thing. So what do you do to make it more interesting? Contracts. Do every contract. I've been playing on Dreisternov, and actually the channel members can attest to this. We played together about a week ago on Dreisternov, and it's literally like every harvesting contract, every fertilizing contract, I take them. Granted, I can do them quickly, but actually anybody can do them quickly now. Nobody can complain anymore. Fertilizers go fast anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, contracts. But if you still find that you are disliking the map, you need a challenge. You're making it too easy on yourself. If you're getting bored, you know what to expect. You know what's going to happen. You need to mess up. You need to fail at something. You need to find something to say like, oh, well, I didn't do that right. That's what's going to be good, because then you set out and you're like, I want to do that better next time. And you put yourself in a position to do better. Give yourself a challenge. You'll be glad you did. Austin, my man, what up, dude? Hey, Dub, shout out, hey, Dub. He says, what is your obsession with mods being made as power versions? It's your fault. Score says, I do have one question. What color do you want your motorized desk chair? Am I getting a motorized desk chair? The blue, the channel blue. Do I have a lighter than that? I don't know. Everything's blue. I like blue. Check out my logo. It should be like, yeah, somewhere down there. Whatever the blue is of that, that's the color right there. Jeff asks, when you first started Farm Sim, did you ever think it would become what it is today? Absolutely not. I had no idea that this would be happening. I just wanted to make some cool content and be able to pay for rent. That's all I wanted, because I needed help bad on rent. I mean, the channel's huge. I consider this huge. We're 1/10 the size of what I consider to be the largest English-speaking YouTuber for Farming Simulator. We are a little bit less than the 5th of the size of what I consider one of the greatest creators for Farming Simulator 19, Daggerwin, or Farming Simulator period. Has been around a long time. And so we're now creeping up on like those higher tiers and higher echelon, at least as subscriber numbers go. It's something you don't take for granted. You're thankful for it every single day. And when you stop being thankful, that's when it's bad. So be thankful for the community, because they're the ones that are there for you. Love you guys. Wessel, what is the most difficult thing growing a YouTube following of this size? Consistency, working hard, knowing what you want to do and doing it. Right now, I don't want to be recording this video, be honest with you. I got 4 hours sleep last night, 4.5 hours sleep. I'm tired. I have been up for 13 hours now. I'm ready to go to bed, but I still have to edit this video, finish it, and edit this video. Not only that, we've been streaming with channel members 2.5 hours now. So I need to go to sleep bad, but I got to get this video done. That's the most difficult part about YouTube. Bitsprays, what PA system do you use when you DJ? Also, do you use a pre-set up one, or do you bring your own system? I bring my own system, and I use QSC speakers. QSC are what I consider to be the best when it comes to live sound and loudspeaker broadcast. I use them. They're amazing. I have four 18-inch subs. I have the 3-way 15, so the 15, 6.5, and the horn. I have 6 12-inch speakers. I have 2 10s, 2 8s. As a matter of fact, the 8-inch speakers are my speakers in the living room. Those are my like surround sound. You put them in deep mode, sound like you got a subwoofer. Neighbors complain. Perfect. So I use QSC stuff, and I use all Pioneer mixing decks. And then my main mixer is a Behringer XR 18, and I use the control surface with that. Yes, I use a mixer with everything. I don't use a PA or a DBX PA2, whatever you want to call them, the processors, drive racks. I do have one, I just don't use it. And our last question from Facebook today is coming from Bosco. Says, how do you make good quality and interesting gameplay videos? Gotta work at it. Come up with a game plan. Write down on a piece of paper. Find something, get a pen, get a pad, whatever, and write down, this is what I want to do. Write out 3 things. And then be like, that's boring. How can I make that better? Or say like, that's crazy. I should definitely do that. So me, I would say like for a general Let's Play, I will write down, cows. So I need to feed the cows and that kind of thing. Mow. Okay. And jump big butt. Well, how do you tie those 3 in together? It's difficult to. So you got to figure that out. How are you going to do one and then the other? Fortunately for me, you guys are used to kind of following on and being like, yeah, we're mowing, we're going 26 miles per hour. Cool, he's picking it all up. He's got a bajillion liters, and now we're jumping over Sandy Bay. I'm consistent. So how do you make good quality and interesting videos? Just do what you think is awesome. Because if you think it's awesome, somebody else is going to be like, yo, that was really cool. It's awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
#Realism.
And making our way over to Twitter, the last 5 questions of the day. First up, we have from JC Leffler. Says, congrats, DJ. Been a big fan for a long time now. I would like to know what you think is the best way to build your audience from base, from where it is now, waiting to be discovered, or grind hard every day. I don't think either one of those is healthy. Grinding hard every day just to be unnoticed, it's a waste of your time almost. Waiting to be discovered is also a waste of your time. So what you need to do is find a way to make, it's a tough question, find a way to make consistent content, and I wouldn't say wait to be discovered, but find out what's good. Search Farming Simulator on YouTube right now and look at the first 10 things that pop up. Because when people are looking for stuff, maybe they're looking for mods, maybe they're looking for information, maybe they're looking for the biggest shed mod in Farming Simulator, or maybe they're looking for the worst European map or something like that. Whatever that is, search for it. Whatever pops up, do one of those things. You're not copying people. Don't watch the video. So that way you're not technically copying or whatever. Now, I don't do this anymore. I will tell you that. I haven't done this in a long time. But search for Farming Simulator. Search for what you're interested in. See what comes up. And then say, okay, this popped up because this is this video. This popped up because this is a mod video. This video popped up because it's something random and this has nothing to do with Farming Simulator. Go down. Figure it out. Get ideas from the search results. That is a big thing that'll help you out. Russian Ryan Breen says, how long does it take to upload a video or stream to YouTube? It's actually not that bad compared to what internet you have. I have a 1 gig download, so generally I'm getting anywhere from 900 to 900, about 70 megabytes per download speed. As far as my upload goes, that can range anywhere from the 20s into the 50s or 60s. I do not have fiber. If I had fiber, it'd be 1 up, 1 down, and it'd be pretty darn consistent. Unfortunately, I don't have fiber in my area, or else I would have that internet. As a YouTuber, as a content creator, as a Twitch streamer, if you're doing anything that relies on the internet at all, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the people that watch your content to have the best internet that you can possibly have. Your videos will upload faster, your content will be made faster, you can download things quicker, you can be first to whatever the story is. Download speed and upload speed are everything in this world. Night Howler 1976 to DjGoHam 2. I don't know why I'm 2. Says, why did you start a YouTube channel? You want to start one but don't know how to get it and as many views and subs. Don't be worrying about your views. Don't be worrying about your subs. Make sure your content is good. I've actually talked to A2 Square Studios about this recently. David, you guys may know him. He's over 5,000 subscribers already on his YouTube channel. He has more likes than I do on Facebook. Grr. He's the man right now. He's one of the hottest things in Farming Simulator, and he's going to be until he's done. Be ready for that, by the way. He's going to take over. So how do you start a YouTube channel? Just start. Figure out, we mentioned earlier in the video, figure out what you want to do, and then figure out how to do it. What do you want to do? Videos? Okay, so you need to figure out how to upload, edit, and do all that kind of stuff. Do you want to stream? How are you going to stream? What are you going to play on? That kind of thing. Are you going to do news videos? Are you going to do mod videos? Are you going to do everything? I think we kind of do everything. I'm sorry. Be the one-stop shop. That's okay. Jump in, take over, do your thing, man. Don't worry about views. Don't worry about subs. Those will come if your content is worth it. So make good content. Those will all come with time. Just have to be patient sometimes. Sean asks, what is your favorite small to medium and large tractors? My favorite small tractor is...
Toothpaste tractor.
Always, yeah, it's the Hurleyman. The medium size is going to be the JCB 4220, and the large tractor is... I don't know. Probably the 1050. The 1050 is awesome. Challenger version, though. Fent, everybody has the Fent.
Yon counter plus one.
And your last question today. We've been around, baby. We've been around. It is time. Bobby Sexton says, if you can make any mod to go to all platforms, what would it be and what would be customizable on it? It would be easy dev controls on every platform. It's impossible to do, but that would be what I would do. It's already on PC. I would want to bring it to console so that every player could do what they want to do. If I had it my way, every mod would come to all platforms, regardless of what it is. But it just isn't like that yet. And begging for that's not going to do any good. So that's what I would want. I want the easy development controls to come out for all platforms so that everybody can do whatever they want to do. But that can be very difficult. So... but that's what I want. I think that would be cool, and I think all you guys are down with that as well. Well, guys, we did it. I've been sitting here for 2 hours and 44 minutes live streaming this with channel members. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's going to be a long one. We had a bunch of questions. I hope I got to your question. If I did, let me know down in the comment section below. And if I didn't answer your question, if there's a question you're like, DJ, you never answered this, let me know what it was in the comment section below. I'll make sure to get to it there. But all being said, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like on the video, get subscribed to the channel if you're new, join the GoHam fam. Make sure you turn your notification bells on as well so that you never miss daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel, even if I'm tired. All being said, I hope you have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.